Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go. Back in the days when I had first started my whole journey into getting my body right, I moved with my dad when I was about 12, 13 years old. And, we had our living room wasn't your regular living room. It was a gym. I remember walking into the house. At the time I had like the big ass head, slim body, and my pants was in the waters. You know what I'm saying? We lived a rough life. I lived a rough life coming up, and I moved in with them, and we had the bench press, we had the speed bag, the punching bag, and I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be great. Because I had grew up watching wrestling, WCW, WWF. I watched all of it, man. And so that inspired me to want to get in shape, but I just didn't know how to do it. Because prior to that, I stayed with my granddad and his two sisters. And, that's why your boy kind of got a bit of an old soul, right? I used to always hear people telling me that ever since I was in my late teens and 20s, man, you got an old soul. Because I grew up around old folks. And so what ended up happening was, my ass started working out. My dad thought I was working out so I could play football. And true enough, I wanted to work out to play football, but I started finding myself not just wanting to, work out for football, but I wanted to get my body right for my crush in middle school. Yeah. Did you ever have you a crush? Most guys, some of them, they won't admit it, but they had a crush in school that they wanted to talk to. And for me, I didn't feel like I looked the part. I'm like, man, I gotta start working out so I can feel like I got the presentation of the way that I viewed myself internally. It didn't show externally. And I was like, I want to be the complete package. I want to be the total package. Even as a kid, I knew this. I'm like, I gotta be living proof. So when I stepped the baby girl, it ain't no doubt. She see what's up. She see what's going on. She see I'm working on myself. She see I'm the only option. Right? And so I started working out. I started doing bench press every day. I started doing biceps. Why y'all think my biceps so goddamn big? I did biceps every day, thinking about my childhood crush in middle school. I'm like, yeah, she go grip this arm, and she ain't gonna be able to let go. She ain't gonna want to let go. And so I went on this journey of, just working out. No structure at all. I would just work out every day. Sometimes, most days, I would do the same damn exercise. And as I got older, I started noticing, even though I had made progress, because, as you get older, when you're a kid, you growing up as a teenager, you just naturally go develop. You go get more muscle. You're going to get these things naturally if you exercise and just doing things halfway right. But then as I got into my 20s, I started to get a little disappointed. I started becoming a little bit frustrated because me and my boys, we go out, to the bars and the clubs out here in ATL. Anybody who in ATL, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Seems like every goddamn day, every other day of the week, something popping up. It's a bar that's open. It's a club that's open. It's a day party going on. And so I found myself, going to the bars and the clubs with my boys. But when I be put on my clothes, certain clothes that didn't look the way I wanted them to on me. I'm like, damn, the other week, this shirt look real good on me. Why it don't look good on me this week? Why I look a little bit more like fluffy and bulky? Why I don't like cut and lean like I did the week prior? What the hell going on? I was frustrated because of the inconsistency. And that's what happens to a lot of people. And the reason that was happening to me is because I was just working out, just going to the gym, but I didn't have any type of structure. A lot of you guys, you are working, and I'm proud of y'all, the ones of you who are listening to this, and your ass actually trying. I don't have no respect for the folks who, they ass ain't doing nothing, but they still complaining. Those are the folks that I call those attention seekers. They just complaining just to get some attention. Then the folks that try to book a game plan call with me just to talk to me and then get off the call and don't do shit. I don't no respect for them. But the folks who actually trying, you going to the gym, you putting in the work, but you like, damn, why can't I lose this stomach, man? I've been doing all this for weeks, months, sometimes years. Why my stomach ain't going down? Why this big ass fupa ain't going on? Why I still got the muffin top? Why I still got the man titties? I've been doing bench press, coach. I've been doing the chest flies, you said, coach. I've been eating the foods, you said, coach. But why me? It must be my genetics. I must be meant to be fat. I must have big ass stomach genes. What is it? Guys, it's because you don't have a plan. If you just work out, you're working out with any type of plan or structure. If you want to start really seeing progress, you have to start training. See, when I shifted from just working out to training, that's when I started to really see the progress, and that progress started to compound. Meaning, I started seeing progress week in and week out, month in and month out. Folks looking at me, my homeboy, like, hey, man, what you been doing? And I had been working out for years up to that point. They're like, what you been doing? It was the structure. And they started to continue to see my body continue to transform. You see what I'm saying? And so, you probably heard this saying before. If you're not planning what you're doing, you are planning to fail. If you are not planning at what you're doing, you are planning to fail. All training is having a plan of action on what you're going to do when you hit the gym. If you have structure and a plan on what you're going to do, now you can consistently see results. I talk to a lot of folks on a weekly basis. And one of the biggest issues I see most people say they have is, man, coach, I want to drop the stomach. I want to lose weight, but I can't be consistent. If I could just be consistent. Well, if your ass had more structure, you could be consistent. But you have to stop listening to all these trainers who telling you got to do it their way. You have to have structure that supports the way that you live your life. And so if you know you can only work out 3 days a week, 4 days a week, that means your ass can't do no 7-day-a-week bodybuilder routine. You have to have a plan that supports you. That way you can be consistent. And when you're consistent, you can consistently get results. All right? Very important that you do this. All right? You see it all the time. If you grew up playing sports like I did, whether it be running track like I did, your boy was a sprinter, you know what I'm saying? Ran the 100, the 200, the 4x1, the 4x4. I used to hate that 400 though, man. I used to have my legs and ass cramping up at the end of the race. But anyway, football, the whole nine. But the thing is, we used to do something called practice. Before every game, every competition or event, practice. Why y'all think they raise kids to do this? Even in the pros, they still practice. Why y'all think they do these things? Because they want to show you the people or the team who is most prepared, who has a plan, they are most likely to win and succeed. You see this nowadays all over on social media. I seen something earlier. It was two guys. Yeah, two guys boxing, and you know, as soon as the damn round started, it was seven seconds in. No, it was two ladies actually. It was two ladies. And the lady came over to the other lady. She hit her about 2-3 times, boom, 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 real quick. Then the other lady, she was stunned, and she was kind of in a daze. And then the lady came in. She hit her with like a toothpaste, boom, boom. Her ass was out. The other lady was on the ground, laid out. Why you think that happened? Because her ass probably didn't have no plan. She didn't have no plan. If she was planning ahead of time, she probably would have been looking at, game tape, looking at how this lady boxed, looking at her right hand and her left hand, how she's moving. And so she'd be like, oh shit, when she step in like this, she about to shoot a quick one out. So I need to dodge to the side of her. She ain't had no plan. So she got knocked out in seven seconds. She didn't even get through a whole round. That's what's happening to some of y'all. You go the whole week, whole month, thinking that you about to drop 5, 10, 12, 15 pounds. but you don't have no plan. And then you get frustrated when you step on the scale or when you're looking in the mirror. Yeah, I've been working out all week. I've been working out all month, but I still don't see no progress. But your ass ain't got no plan. If you had a plan, now you can, at least after the first week, you can look back, because a plan keeps us honest. We can look back and see, what did I actually do? How many days did I work out? What time of day did I work out? What exercises did I do? What intensity on the cardio machines did I do? But if you don't have a plan, you're not keeping track of any of these things. You're just winging it if you're working out. When you're working out, I'm just gonna go to the gym and shoot with my boys, shoot basketball. I'm just gonna do a little bit of cardio. I'm just gonna do some bench press and some sit-ups. But do you know how many reps you gotta do each time? Do you know when to start increasing the weight when you're lifting weights? Do you know how many reps you need to do? Do you know how much rest time you need to have in between the routines and exercises and the sets? If you don't know these things, guys, you do not have a plan. That means you are just working out. And working out is commendable to a certain point. Like, it's better than doing nothing. I get that. But it's what I call an empty victory. An empty victory is something where you go to the gym, you work out, you get a little sweat in, you leave the gym, you feel proud of yourself. You beat your chest. Woo, feel good today. I'm good. And then you're thinking you go start seeing progress, but you don't see the progress. Because what you just did, there was no structure to it. That's why I call it empty victory. You felt good about it, but that don't mean that it's going to get you the results you want. But if you train, now you're being intentional. Now you're being purposeful. Ain't nothing worse than putting in all this time and effort. Time you could be doing any you could be hanging out with your family. You could be going on a vacation. You could be doing all kinds of shit. And so if you go put in the time, I know for me, I want my time to be worth it. Just like when I'm doing these podcasts, you damn right I got structure to what I'm talking about. I got bullet points on what I'm talking about because I want to make it count. I got a game plan. I'm not just winging it. You see what I'm saying? And so this is how I live my life, man. I don't care what I'm doing. I don't care if I'm hanging out with my family. If I'm going on a trip or a vacation, I'm not just go wing it. Because when you winging it, you get winging it ass results. A lot of y'all who just going to work out, you winging it. And you expecting that you go get dramatic results. You go drop 30, 50, 100. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that in nothing. Even if you go to the military, they got structure. They have routine on what you need to do from when you wake up to when you go eat to when you go to sleep. The whole nine. It's a plan. It's structure. So you have to go from working out to training if you really want to start seeing success. If you really want to start seeing consistent success. And if you want to start seeing to the point where you get results and you can keep these results that you get, you have to start training. And this also ties into nutrition as well. You can't just wing it. You can't just say to yourself, oh, well, coach just posted a couple of healthy foods. That's going to work for me. I could lose some weight doing that. That's going to work for me. You might, but how much you eating? How many meals you eat on a daily basis? How do you know it down to the ounce how much protein you need to eat per meal? If you don't know these things, you are winging it. Yes, you are winging it. You are being mindful about what you're eating with no structure. And mindful, that's commendable, but that don't mean you go get results. But if you have structure, you know how much you're eating, you know how many meals you're eating, you're starting to have structure. You know how many times you snacking throughout the day. Some folks, they snack all day. Wonder why they can't lose that big old ass stomach. But if you start saying, okay, let me just snack. I'm going to eat these snacks right here 1 or 2 times a day, and I'm good. But if you reach in your hand in the chips bag every other couple of minutes, every other hour, eating trail mix every other hour, you damn right you go keep that big ass stomach. Because there's no structure to what you're doing. Guys, this stuff is very, very simple. I ain't say easy, but it's very, very simple. That's what I take pride in doing. Because I know if I need to lose weight, if I need to lose that big old ass stomach, I need it to be simple. I'm willing to put in the work. They're the kind of folks I want to help. The folks who are willing to put in the work. The folks who don't have no damn excuses, but they just need something simple. Like, hey man, look, I'm dealing with all these other responsibilities throughout the day. I just want to execute. I just want to, what I call, run the play. If I can just run the play, I can get the results, coach. I don't need no guarantees. Like, even for myself, I invest in all these different business coaching programs. I don't need no damn guarantee. Like, just give me the game plan, give me some structure, and I'm going to execute. All right? And when you do this, I'm telling you, you'll get the results you want. But if you don't do this, yeah, you'll probably keep that stomach. That stomach probably go get bigger. It's probably going to get bigger. You know, and it's not just about the stomach, y'all. It's also about other things. How do you feel about where you are right now? Like, deep down, like, how do you feel about when you wake up in the morning, you look at yourself in the bathroom mirror? Do you feel proud about how you look? Like, if you don't feel proud about how you look, that's costing you your happiness. That's costing you how good you feel about yourself. If you got kids, you got family, that's costing you respect. Like, people, they can look, damn, are they taking care of themselves? Damn, something going on with John. What's going on with John? Damn, John. People start gaining weight. They start seeing. They're like, damn, what's going on here? See what I'm saying? But if you're taking care of yourself, you leaning out, you getting healthy, you getting fit. I see it all the time. One of my coaching clients, shouts out to Kataka, who joined the coaching program, dropped 21 pounds the first 12 weeks. Now he just upgraded to the transformation coaching program, and he has structure. He can see it in his face. He see it in his clothes. He like, hey man, you know, I'm having to like tighten my belt up a little bit more, man, because my pants starting to fall off. You see what I'm saying? And so it's things like that you start to get, and you start to see the proof. You start to see the proof because you're putting in the work. You being consistent with that structure. But if you're not consistent with running the play, and having a plan, that's where the inconsistency come in at. That's where the disappointment starts to happen. That's where the frustration starts to happen because your ass ain't being consistent. You don't have a plan. Guys, you have to have both. You can't be consistently doing the wrong things. You can't be consistently just working out and think you can go get the results you want. You have to be consistently running the play. And the plays is, I have structure. I'm training. I'm not just working out. All right. Other than that, guys, hopefully y'all found this podcast helpful. If you did, be sure to subscribe to the podcast if you haven't already, and leave your boy a 5-star rating, man, so that we can continue to grow the movement. We can continue to grow the movement, man. We're going to help the whole world, the whole goddamn world, lose that big old ass stomach. Because I'm going to help you, then you go help somebody else, and then that person go help somebody else. That's how this thing spread, man. That's the movement. All right, that's what we're doing around here. Other than that, guys, we out of here, man. Let's go.